Hello and welcome to part 71. In the last couple of videos, we have understood some of the basic concepts around list, and we have seen how we can add items in a list and how we can search item within a list. Now let's understand how we can sort our lists. Okay. So if your list is of simple type, meaning if you are storing integers, strings or characters kind of data in your list, then sorting is very straightforward. You can directly invoke a sort method on the list instance and the data will be automatically sorted in the ascending order. And if you want to change the sorting order, you can then invoke a reverse method on that. The reverse method will reverse the sorting. So let's see this in action. Okay, so I have opened up my Visual Studio. Now let's create a list that will hold some random numbers. Okay, I have created a list with name random numbers. Let me add some random numbers in this using the .add method. Okay, so I am adding 10 random numbers in my list. And if you see, these numbers are totally random, meaning we don't have a sequence in it. So if I go ahead and use a for each loop and try to print these numbers, let's see what will happen. You can notice this sequence in which we have added the numbers in the same sequence, we are seeing the numbers in the output also. Now let's say you want to sort this list. So sorting a list is very simple. Just on the random objects list object, just invoke sort method. And if you hover over on the sort method, you will say it returns void because it will not return anything. It will just sort the list on which the sort methods is invoked. Now if I run my program, you will notice now we are seeing a list that is sorted in ascending orders, meaning the smallest number is at the top and the largest number from the list is at the bottom. Now let's see how we can use the reverse method to reverse this order. So I can call random numbers dot reverse. Right, again if you hover over on a reverse method, it also don't return anything. And if I run my program, now you will see the reverse order sorting is there, meaning the largest number is at the top and the smallest number is at the bottom. Similarly, if you have a list that is of type string, you can use the same sort and reverse method to do the sorting. So let's see one example. Here I have a list with the name fruits and I'm adding some random fruits in my list, apple, banana and so on. After that, we can call our sort method. So I can call fruits.sort. It will sort the fruits in alphabetical order. Let me comment out this line and try to print all the fruits which are there in my list now. Okay, let's run the program. You will notice fruits are sorted in alphabetical order, meaning A comes first, then B, and so on. And if I want to reverse the order, I can call the reverse method fruits.reverse, and now you will notice the order will be reversed, meaning the W is coming at the top and A is coming at the bottom. Okay, so this is how you can use sort and reverse method to do the sorting for simple types. However, when you do the same thing on a complex type like customer, we will get a runtime error. It will give us an invalid operation exception. That is because .NET compilers knows how to sort integer and string. Because these types are implementing IComparable interface. So if I go back to my Visual Studio, and if I try to see the source of string class, you will notice we are not seeing the source of string class here. But if I go to my browser and open the source code in the GitHub, you can notice here, you can see here string class is inheriting from IComparable interface. Because of this interface, we are implementing compare to method. You can see here we have the compare to method here, and in this method we have implemented the logic which will tell the compiler if the strings are equal or not. Similarly, if I go back to my Visual Studio and if I try to see the source code of integer class, so this is the integer class int 32, it is implementing IComparable interface again and again. We have the compare to method here, meaning using this method, it will compare the objects. And similar way, if I try to create a class customer class like this, and if I try to create some customer object, let's see what will happen. Let me remove all this and let me create a list that will hold my customer objects. Okay, once that is done, now let's add some customer to my list like this. So I have added 10 customers, and now let's say I want to sort these customers. So let me say customers dot sort. You can notice we are getting the method sort, but if I try to run this program, we will receive an exception. I'm running the program and you can see we are getting an exception here. It says failed to compare two elements in the array because C# compiler doesn't know how to sort customer objects, whether to sort customer name or customer age or city. C# compiler don't know anything about the sorting process. In order to make our custom objects to be sortable, for that we need to implement IComparable interface that we will learn in the next video. For now, we can just remember this. We are able to sort data types like integer, strings, and character. That is because they have implemented IComparable interface. Because of this, we are able to sort the data. So that's it, guys. In the next video, we will see how we can sort complex data types.